Are you tired of feeling like every small misunderstanding turns into a storm in your relationship? Hello and welcome back to Relationship and Marriage Tips Unveiled. Today, we are diving into a very important topic: how to cope with a hot-tempered man. In every relationship, love comes with both its sweetness and its challenges. One of the most delicate challenges some women face is living with or loving a man who has a hot temper. A man whose emotions flare up quickly, who gets irritated or angry at the slightest trigger, can make the relationship feel like walking on eggshells. But does that mean peace, harmony, and love cannot thrive in such a relationship? Absolutely not. Coping with a hot-tempered man doesn't mean tolerating abuse or constantly suppressing your own feelings. Instead, it means learning the wisdom of balance, understanding his emotional triggers, knowing how to respond rather than react, and finding ways to communicate that de-escalate rather than ignite the fire. It's about patience, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and setting healthy boundaries that protect your peace while still nurturing the bond you share. In this guide, we will explore how to handle a hot-tempered man with grace and strength, how to keep your relationship from becoming a battlefield, and how to turn his fiery emotions into opportunities for deeper understanding and connection. If you've ever wondered how to love someone with such intensity without losing yourself in the process, then stay with me, this is for you. Why do some men have such short tempers? The truth is, no one wakes up and says, "I want to be angry all the time." Often, it's rooted in deeper issues. Some men grew up in homes where shouting was normal. Maybe his father yelled at his mother, or his parents solved everything with arguments. To him, anger is just the natural way to express emotion. For others, the cause is stress. A man who is struggling financially, feeling disrespected at work, or carrying responsibilities bigger than his shoulders might release that pressure at home. Sadly, the people closest to him, like you, often feel it the most. And sometimes, it's about ego. When a man feels disrespected, his temper flares because deep inside, he connects his anger with his manhood. He thinks, if I don't shout, she won't respect me. Ladies, I want you to pause and think, can you trace your man's temper back to his past, his stress, or his need for respect? Once you see the root, you'll start to see him not just as a difficult man, but as a human being with struggles of his own. Let me share a story with you. A woman I once counseled told me about her husband. He was a wonderful man, loving, hard-working, and caring, but his temper was like fire. One small comment could make him shout for hours. She said, "I used to feel like I had to swallow my words every day, just to keep the peace." But when she started paying attention, she realized something: most of his outbursts happened when he came home from work, tired and stressed. If she gave him space for 30 minutes before starting any conversation, his temper was a lot less. You see, sometimes it's not about changing the man completely, it's about understanding the when and the why behind the temper. Awareness is power. Now, I want you to ask yourself, when does my man usually lose his temper? Is it in the morning when he's rushing to work? At night when he's tired? Or when you bring up certain topics, like money or family? Write it down if you can. What are triggers that can make a hot-tempered man to react? A trigger is simply something that sparks an emotional reaction. For a hot-tempered man, it can be as small as a word, a tone, or even the timing of a conversation. Imagine this: you're carrying a box of matches. Each match is harmless until you strike it against the box. That strike is the trigger. The fire is his temper. And the good news is, if you learn not to strike those matches carelessly, the fire doesn't even start. So let's talk about the most common triggers men face, and you'll likely recognize some of these in your own relationship. Common triggers for men includes: Number 1, disrespect. Nothing sparks a man's temper faster than feeling disrespected. Even if you didn't mean it, words like, "you never do anything right" or "you're just like your father," can cut deep. For many men, respect is oxygen. Take it away, and anger fills the space. Number 2, finances. Money is another big trigger. If he's struggling financially or feels like he's not providing enough, even the smallest comment about bills or spending can light the fire. Remember, for many men, money equals identity and self-worth. Number 3. Stress and fatigue. A tired man is a hot-tempered man. If he's coming home after a long day, hungry and drained, even a gentle question can feel like an attack. Timing is everything. Number 4. Nagging or criticism. Ladies, let's be honest. Sometimes we don't realize when our words cross the line from reminding to nagging. Repetition with a sharp tone can make him explode faster than anything else. Number 5. Insecurity. This is one many people don't see. If a man feels he's not good enough, whether it's about his looks, his success, or his place in your heart, he may cover it with anger. His temper becomes his mask for fear. How women accidentally trigger men. Now, let's turn the mirror a little. Sometimes, without realizing, we women feed into the cycle, using sarcasm when he's already upset, bringing up sensitive issues at the wrong time, like when he just walked in tired, comparing him to another man. Look at how John treats his wife. That's fuel to the fire, raising your own voice when he raises his. Two flames never put out a fire, they only make it bigger. Ladies, this doesn't mean you should silence yourself. It means you need wisdom in timing, tone, and choice of words. The role of emotional intelligence. Let me introduce a powerful tool, emotional intelligence. This is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, and the emotions of others. With a hot-tempered man, emotional intelligence is your shield and your sword. Recognize, notice when his anger is rising before it peaks. Understand, ask yourself, why is this making him angry? What's the root? Manage, control your own reaction. Instead of shouting back, you pause. Instead of crying immediately, you choose calmness. Think of it this way, his anger is a storm, but you can choose to be the calm sea. When you remain calm, the storm loses its power much faster. The power of silence and timing. One of the most powerful tools when dealing with a hot-tempered man is the gift of silence. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It means wisdom. Sometimes, the best way to avoid a full-blown fight is to simply hold back and choose a better time. Remember, not every thought must be spoken immediately. Timing is everything. A hot-tempered man doesn't need you to match his fire in the moment, he needs you to bring the cool breeze later, when he's calm enough to listen. And that it's my dear sisters. Remember, coping with a hot-tempered man is about wisdom, patience, and protecting your peace. Love should heal, not harm. If this video blessed you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Relationship and Marriage Tips Unveiled for more hidden truths and powerful lessons to strengthen your relationship and marriage. See you in the next episode.